Chris Martin has finally broken his silence about his future with Dakota Johnson. In an exclusive interview that took place backstage after Coldplay's concert in Athens, the legendary frontman opened up for the very first time about the relationship he has kept so private for years. His emotional confession has sent waves through the entertainment world and reignited public fascination with one of Hollywood's most enigmatic couples. Dakota has been my light through everything. She's the reason I still believe in love, Chris said softly, his words carrying a weight that instantly captivated fans. It was a rare and heartfelt moment from a musician known for his introspective lyrics but guarded personal life. Within hours, social media was flooded with reactions, fans expressing joy, surprise, and deep admiration for a love story that seems to transcend fame and distance. Chris Martin and Dakota Johnson's relationship has always been shrouded in mystery. First linked in 2017, the pair managed to maintain a sense of privacy that's almost unheard of in Hollywood. Despite their global fame, both have preferred to keep their romance away from the spotlight, focusing instead on their personal connection rather than public appearances. Chris admitted that maintaining a relationship while leading one of the biggest bands in the world hasn't been easy. "Sometimes we go weeks without seeing each other," he revealed. "But every time we meet again, it feels like coming home." That simple statement melted hearts everywhere, showing just how deep and genuine their bond truly is. But what truly caught everyone's attention was when Chris was asked about the future of their relationship. A smile crept across his face before he answered, "The future, it's something we're building quietly. When it's time, the world will know." That subtle hint instantly ignited speculation. Could wedding bells be in their future? Fans quickly began connecting the dots. Dakota was recently seen wearing a ring on her left hand at an award ceremony, while Chris has been spotted making tender gestures during performances. At a recent Coldplay concert in London, cameras caught Dakota standing at the side of the stage, watching Chris sing My Universe with an expression of pride and deep affection. That brief exchange, wordless yet powerful, said more than any statement could. In the same interview, Chris shared how Dakota's presence has changed his outlook on life. "Before Dakota, I used to overthink everything," he said, "but she taught me to just be present, to love without worrying about what's next." His words painted a picture of a man who has found balance, not just in love but in himself. Dakota Johnson, known for her calm and grounded personality, has quietly been a major influence in Chris's creative journey. She has attended Coldplay's world tours discreetly and even contributed to the creative direction of several visual projects. Insiders say her artistic sensibility has added a new emotional depth to Coldplay's recent work, bringing a softer, more introspective tone to Chris's songwriting. "In this industry, everything is temporary," Chris said at one point. "But when I look at Dakota, I realize some things are meant to last." Those words, simple yet powerful, resonated across the world, reminding fans that love, when it's real, can outlast fame, distance, and time itself. As the interview drew to a close, Chris was asked a final question, whether there might be a song inspired by Dakota in Coldplay's upcoming album. He smiled mysteriously and replied, "Maybe you'll hear it sooner than you think." That one sentence sent fans into a frenzy, sparking endless speculation that Coldplay's next release might include a deeply personal love song dedicated to her. Music insiders have hinted that the band's upcoming project could be their most intimate yet, a reflection of Chris's emotional journey and his relationship with Dakota. If true, it would mark a significant chapter in Coldplay's legacy, blending art and emotion in a way fans have never seen before. The most touching moment came at the very end, when Chris looked straight into the camera and said, "Whatever happens, she'll always be the song that plays in my heart." That single line instantly went viral, becoming one of the most quoted statements of the year, a poetic declaration of love from a man whose words have moved millions. For fans around the globe, this revelation feels like a turning point. After years of quiet speculation, they now see the true depth of Chris and Dakota's connection, one built not on publicity or performance, but on genuine understanding and unwavering support. As the world waits to see what comes next, one thing is certain: their love story has already inspired countless people. In a world that often feels fleeting, Chris Martin and Dakota Johnson remind us that real love, patient, private, and deeply human, still exists. And perhaps, when the next Coldplay song hits the airwaves, we'll all hear echoes of that love. The kind that turns into music, the kind that endures, and the kind that reminds us why we still believe in something as timeless as love itself. In the days following Chris Martin's heartfelt interview, the entertainment world has been buzzing nonstop. Media outlets across the globe picked up his emotional words, while fans began dissecting every detail, searching for hidden meanings and unspoken truths behind his statements. What did Chris mean by building the future quietly? Could that be a subtle confirmation that marriage is already in the works? Or perhaps a sign of something even more profound, a lifelong commitment built on trust and mutual respect, away from the constant scrutiny of Hollywood life? Close sources to the couple have revealed that Chris and Dakota have indeed been talking about their future in a very serious way. One insider shared, "They've been through so much together. Their bond isn't just romantic, it's deeply spiritual." Chris feels like he's found a soulmate. This statement further fueled the emotional fire surrounding their story, turning it into one of the most discussed topics in both music and entertainment circles. What makes this relationship even more compelling is how both Chris and Dakota have managed to maintain a sense of normalcy amid the madness of fame. While Chris continues to lead Coldplay's monumental world tour, Dakota balances her acting career with quiet time spent with family and close friends. The couple is often seen enjoying simple things: quiet dinners, sunset walks, and time spent in nature. For two global stars, their life together is surprisingly humble. Fans have also noticed subtle changes in Chris's performances ever since Dakota entered his life. His voice seems warmer, his energy on stage more grounded. During a recent show in Buenos Aires, as the crowd sang along to Fix You, Chris paused and smiled before saying, "Sometimes love comes when you least expect it, and it changes everything." The audience erupted in cheers, many believing that those words were a quiet nod to Dakota. Meanwhile, Dakota has also shown support in her own way. Though she rarely speaks publicly about her relationship, she once mentioned in an interview, "When you love someone who gives so much of himself to the world, you learn to love quietly in the spaces between." That poetic statement perfectly mirrors Chris's personality: reflective, emotional, yet deeply private. It's this balance that seems to make their relationship so strong. The couple's families are also said to be deeply supportive. Chris's children with ex-wife Gwyneth Paltrow, Apple and Moses, reportedly adore Dakota. "She's fun, kind, and never tries to take the spotlight," said a source close to the family. Gwyneth herself has previously praised Dakota in interviews, calling her a wonderful person and a great addition to the family dynamic. This rare harmony between exes has been widely admired by fans, showing how maturity and respect can redefine what a modern family looks like in Hollywood. But even with all the love surrounding them, both Chris and Dakota remain cautious about letting too much of their private world become public. In the interview, Chris hinted at the importance of balance. "When you're constantly in the public eye, it's easy to lose yourself. But Dakota and we try to protect what's sacred." Those words reveal a man who has learned from the past, a man who now values silence as much as he values music. Interestingly, this newfound peace seems to have reflected in Coldplay's recent artistic direction. Their concerts have become more intimate despite their massive scale, filled with themes of love, light, and hope. Many believe Dakota's influence is quietly woven through the band's music, especially in songs like Beautiful and Coloratura, which echo themes of love transcending distance and time. Industry insiders have also noted that Chris's creative process has evolved. Instead of chasing big radio hits, he's focused on crafting music that feels sincere and timeless. "He's not trying to impress anyone anymore," said one producer who has worked closely with him. "He's making music that comes from a place of love and gratitude, and Dakota is a big part of that inspiration." As for Dakota, she continues to shine in Hollywood with her own artistic choices, often picking roles that explore complex emotions and human vulnerability. Many critics have observed how her recent performances seem to carry a certain warmth, a subtle reflection of her personal happiness. It's as if being with Chris has given her an inner calm that radiates through her work. Speculation about an engagement continues to swirl. Paparazzi photos have captured the couple attending events together with quiet confidence, hands intertwined, smiles genuine, eyes filled with mutual admiration. They don't need grand gestures to prove their love. Their simplicity says it all. One moment that particularly captured global attention was during Coldplay's tour stop in Portugal, when Chris dedicated Magic to someone who makes every day brighter. Fans immediately erupted, chanting Dakota's name as the lights dimmed and Chris performed the song with visible emotion. That performance became one of the most replayed clips online, amassing millions of views within days. As the months go by, it's becoming clear that this love story is far from ordinary. It's not about fame or attention. It's about two souls navigating a chaotic world together, finding peace in each other's presence. Their story stands as a refreshing reminder that love doesn't have to be loud to be real. Sometimes, it's in the quiet moments, the glances, the shared laughter, the understanding silence, that love speaks the loudest. Now, fans around the world wait eagerly for what's next. Will Chris Martin and Dakota Johnson finally take the next step and make their commitment official? Or will they continue to let their love story unfold away from the flashing cameras, allowing it to grow in private, just like they always have? Whatever the answer, one thing is undeniable: their love has already become a modern legend. In a time when celebrity romances often burn bright and fade quickly, Chris and Dakota's connection feels timeless. It's the kind of story that inspires songs, poetry, and hope, a real-life melody that continues to play, softly but endlessly, in the hearts of those who still believe in love. And perhaps that's what makes their story so powerful. Because beyond the fame, beyond the music, beyond the headlines, Chris Martin and Dakota Johnson remind us that the greatest love stories are the ones that feel real. The kind that grow quietly, the kind that last.